Come, let me get you some.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah. What up?
What
This
up?
is this is Saber Talk Sunday. How are you guys doing?
Not bad.
Okay. Not bad for
Yeah,
Sunday.
So,
Charlie. Let's hope Charlie has a good workout while he's listening to us, man.
so,
And
so just before we get to this, I just got to ask: out of the three of us, who went and saw Episode 3 back in theaters this weekend?
oh, I did
Couldn't do it.
not get to.
Oh,
I did not get to.
I did watch
I'm
it.
hoping.
I
Right? I watched it on Disney.
I went and saw it in back in theaters, and by the way, it pays to have an AMC fast fun pass, and
I actually have them all in iTunes. It's really cool.
Really? Oh man. And I need, I'm hoping that maybe see my kids have a had a kickball tournament this weekend. And Saturday was we played all day Saturday, man, from 9 o'clock in the morning to all the way till with breaks of course in between, right? With breaks of course in between. But from 9 o'clock in the morning till about 8:30 at night. And so by the time we got home, just kind of settled in the house, it was just like, oh man. And I'm hoping like sometime during this week, if I get home a little early, I may go to the movie theater and go see it in the movie theater if the wife will allow it.
trust me,
It's been out for a while.
it's worth going in the movie theater to see it.
It really is.
Yeah, it hits a lot different. Like, I mean, even during the immolation scene and and during Padme dying and Anakin being turned
Mhm.
into the operating table, I had a tear coming down my eye because it was just so it hits harder on the big screen.
Check out what
Yeah,
the wife
for
got
sure.
me. She
that,
got me. She got me a Grogu koozie, man. The
Very,
Mandalorian.
that
very
that
nice.
movie I might go try to see on the big screen. I want to see how they actually did it and how well it was done. I'm really
Yeah.
curious to see. I haven't been to the movies and I can't even tell you the year. So, but um,
Right.
yeah, I would definitely love to do that. But now these screens aren't big screens anymore. These movie theaters are the size of a 65 inch. It's like, come on now.
I think
But
I
I'm
know
hoping,
it's
it all depends on what theater you go to. Like,
yeah,
when I
that's
went to
true.
was a really big screen.
Nice.
well
Yeah.
if you look at my
Me too.
TV up
IMAX.
here
I'll go to
above
the
me,
IMAX. I have IMAX
that
by me. I'll go there.
oh wow, yeah, IMAX is good.
That would be cool.
That is a 60, I believe a 65-inch TV right there. Later on, I'm going to buy, a wishy-washy 75-inch and put it up here, right? And and set along with it, I have a Logitech surround sound system for a laptop, but it rocks the whole damn garage when I set it high. I mean, I can put it loud, and you're practically in a movie theater. And I tell you, that's why I'm trying to clear out the garage, man. And I'm on a set where we can all sit around and watch, the big screen like that with the theater sound in here in the garage. So that's a goal of mine later on. I'll have my own
That'd be
movie
awesome.
theater.
That'd be
so
awesome.
when y'all come to visit, man, we can come and watch Star Wars in the garage, man.
Right? I know. I love those times. Those times are the best, man. Yeah, I used to do that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Now,
Garage
here's
parties,
another
man. That's
thing.
where it's at.
I picked. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I picked
Oh
this
yeah.
thing up at Barnes and Nobles, man, for $16. And this is basically exploring LEDs, right? And
Good.
more or
So
less, it says um, engineering kit and assembles with two glowing lightsabers and discover the science of fiber optics,
Oh,
right?
fiber optics. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
fiber optics. So
Very cool stuff.
um,
Yeah.
I think I'll be putting it together like later tonight and stuff, or maybe I'll just save it lay the parts out, and another show will put it together.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, intense.
we'll do that maybe for another show, unless you guys want me to kind of work on it while we're talking and stuff. It don't matter to me,
Well,
but
I
Hey, man, you don't even have
well, I
whatever
mean,
you want.
I'm tinkering with my Revan, so
I'm hanging out with my
now,
little mini Graphics.
oh wow, that is yeah.
This is
oh,
actually
look
real.
at that!
This is the true to form vintage, man. I bought this off of eBay. Boy, this was crazy. I just was trying to put a battery in,
Oh
and I didn't have a
wow!
battery in. So yeah, it's. I know it's hard to see, but it's got real rust on it. I mean, this thing is totally like, you know, where is my camera? Here it is. I'm looking for it. Everything's pretty neat.
Wow!
But I got
I
my
think so too, and I
got one of
think.
my sound
Oh,
cards
look at
on it.
that!
Oh yeah, it's my blade plug I made for it. It's
Wow!
pretty cool.
I
Yeah, I
I'm
love this
so
thing.
excited. Are you guys ready for May 4th?
I am,
Oh
yes.
yeah.
I've got a bunch of things I'm doing with my local cosplay group. It's actually going to be basically a 2-day event. May 3rd, there's a free comic book day at a local comic book store where we always.
Scott Carpenter. Oh, that's so
Did you
funny,
see
man.
anything? No, sir. Oh, yeah. Okay, fine. Thank
That
you.
is a great
Little
line,
Sandra.
though. But it's
Yeah.
so true, man. I mean,
Right?
we're playing with our dolls again, you know? It's like, that's it. That's what
Yeah.
we're
You're
Yeah.
not wrong. You're right, Hey, Mo.
Sabers, Sabers. All right, man. All right. No, we're not
Man,
dolls. They're
and
Sabers.
I that's funny because I just watched Spaceballs the other day too. I couldn't help myself. I'm like, I gotta watch that. My favorite part,
Oh,
man, I
great.
swear. Mo, welcome, Mo. My favorite
Hey, Mo.
part is like after I've been drinking, I watched the beginning where Rick Moranis they're going to ludicrous speed and they stop all of a sudden and he just flies across the ship. Oh my
Okay.
god, dude. I laughed so hard at that. I
I love
literally
the part when
cried.
he says they showed the replay and he goes, never play that again.
Oh, and it's great
Oh,
when
it's
they're
great.
going like now,
Oh, yeah.
they're going back and forth. The two guys are going back and forth, and then all of a sudden he goes, "Whoo!" and the mask just comes down. They both look at him.
Yeah.
Mel Brooks, man. Mel Brooks is he's just
Oh
got
man,
phenomenal writing skills, man. He's
he
just
does.
incredible.
Do you know?
It's incredible.
Do you guys know that he was on his knees for most of the movie with playing yogurt?
Yep.
Um, I mean, that is. They said that that was just hell on him doing that
Oh,
for
sure.
all that time.
I know it.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, but so
So
cool to
crazy.
act in your own movie a few times, you know? That's pretty
Yeah.
intense.
Now I want to show you guys something that when I started, um, when Roy Boy was a thought in my brain, and I started working on Roy Boy. Hey Jim, I'm glad you're here, man, because you remember that we were talking about that 3D printed part, right? And so Jim and I were talking. They must have landed in the desert. um, Jim and I were talking about. I want to see about getting and James, maybe you and I could talk about this a little bit later off camera too. But getting a chassis made with a 26650 battery holder, right? So with much like an like a 21700 with the springs, you know, but it'll hold the 26650 and simply because I want to go ahead and get some parts from the custom saber shop and fit that in there. When I started working on Roy Boy, the rib section, okay, fit the 26650. Okay, here is the and cue the saber, right? Okay, so
Sorry,
here's the
I'll mute that so
26650
I can start
battery.
working on my saber.
Oh no, you're cool, dude. Hey Titan, welcome, dude. Now when I first started and I was looking for something to hold the 26650, I went on to I actually got 3D to print me something. And back when he was together with Shapeways. And so he
Right.
came up with this little guy, right? So this little guy actually worked freaking wonders for when I first put Roy Boy together, along with um let me see here. Let me make sure I get this cord out of the way. But along with Albert, right? Albert printed the chassis for me that went into the top mid rib section. Let me go. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna go grab Roy Boy real quick, and so you can pretty much see what I'm talking about. And so even though I'm out of the picture, you could still hear me, and I won't be out of the picture for very long. But to give you an idea of when I first started Roy Boy, okay, this section right here held the 26650 battery. So I'm gonna see if I can get right in here is, and what I end up having to do was to glue the speaker housing onto here
Yeah.
and then run the wires through here, right, to connect to
Mhm.
the battery and then elsewhere. So
Mhm.
this set up right here. I'm trying not to get my fingers too much into the picture, but so it's set right here, and of course, the speaker will be right up in here, right? And the 26650 battery ended up right here, and then in the top part right here, when Albert was so gracious to print me, the chassis went right up in here. So all of this right here was my first iteration for Roy Boy, and
So that's
man,
the battery chamber. Is that the board chamber right there? That's the board chassis
yeah,
you
this
have.
is the board. Yeah, this is the board
Okay.
chassis for
Okay, that's cool. That's pretty
for
cool.
for the CFX. Now it was
Huh.
completely black. It was completely matte black, and I decided to last month. Actually, I got a wild hair up my ass, and decided to paint it. Right. I decided to paint it last month, and this is the result, which is the copper and gold, um, aged copper and gold, and it didn't come out too bad, not too bad. So I am kind of thinking
Hey,
to reutilize this.
Jesse's on.
I'm
What's up?
thinking to reutilize this and basically maybe drill some holes and utilize a different, maybe like a different, maybe the discs for the main part of the chassis and go like super old school like that. So it's just a
Mm.
few little ideas, right? And then I don't know if I'm actually ever going to use this piece again, but to give you all an idea of how the battery fit in there, and it fit in there pretty tight, but it fit. I
Oh
mean,
yeah. The
what
walls are
once
very
I
thin. Yeah.
yeah, well, once I wrapped it in clear tape, it actually slid in there pretty nicely. I mean, it
Yeah.
fit in there pretty good, and it didn't move around very much, right?
Mhm.
So it 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 worked pretty good,
Yeah.
and I was really impressed how it came out like that. So Goth 3D and Shapeways really came out good with that. But
Mm.
to have something like this, I want what I'm looking at is something like this, but for a
Right.
26650 battery, right?
Mm. Thin walls,
And
but it might be possible depending on the inside diameter and stuff. But yeah, I mean, anything is possible.
right, I mean, it's just something. Anything's possible, but that's the thing that you never know till you try,
You
right?
want that
And
section
so,
removable, right?
oh yeah, oh yeah, it's
Like
gonna slip
just to
in and
fall
out.
out. Yeah. Okay, I
Yeah.
gotcha. All right.
So I'm thinking,
That's not bad to do.
I think something like this, it might fit into, this kind of body style, right?
Oh,
But
look
I
at
do
the
know it
tube.
has to fit into, it has to fit into the 1.25, uh, inside diameter. So that's going to be the issue right there, and it'll be probably kind of tight. But we'll see what happens. I mean, there's always a way around things, but uh,
Yeah.
kind of playing
Depends on
around with
battery
things.
size too, how thick it is, and all that, because they're all different makes. I mean, I don't know how many makes there are. I don't
Mhm.
really use those batteries too often. I use the 21 700s, but not the other ones yet. They're getting bigger and bigger, but the hilts are getting smaller and smaller. So it's
Oh
like,
yeah.
how are you supposed to put
So
the
look at
battery in
that.
there?
Oh shit. God
Whoa!
dang it.
Ow!
Uh,
You hit my nose.
no, the battery actually fit, man. Look at that. Okay, nothing in there, right? This
Yeah,
style
yeah.
body right here, and wow, look at that. It fits in there just like
There you
that.
go. Yeah, there you go.
So the speaker will actually fit in there. Not too bad, just like that,
Yeah,
right?
you can make a speaker pod,
So,
just to glue on there.
well, here's the thing, man. It's the thing is that if it's gonna be this diameter, I mean, this is thin
Yeah,
thin already. So this diameter
that's
right
real
here,
thin.
eh, yeah, but this part right here stops, and then this part will hold right up into there, right? So you see how that's gonna go. So
Where's your
it's not
speaker
gonna be a
go
bad
inside
deal.
of that?
Oh yeah, well the speaker will be glued right up in here, so it'll go
It
right
should
into
fit in
here.
there.
Yeah, it should.
Not by itself. You're gonna put
Theoretically,
a shield, you're gonna put a cup in there though. You should put a cup in there.
yeah,
So
theoretically.
yeah.
Theoretically. But man, I tell you, it may work, dude.
Mm. Oh
It
yeah.
may work.
If that fits in there good, then that's fine.
Jesse, what up, Jesse? I, dude, I this week I went and bought 3 of your fonts, man. I went and got some fonts
Cool.
from you.
Same
Yeah,
here.
and I'll be
I
getting.
I pretty much have most of Kyberphonics' fonts. In fact, um, just to may I do a quick screen share if possible?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, share screen, allow window. Okay, entire screen. There we go. All right, there we go. These are all the fonts that I haven't bought yet. That are on my wish list.
Mm.
Can you see them? I've
I
got Obi.
can't. I don't know if anybody else. I don't know if anybody else
We
can, but
actually
I
we
can.
can't see them. I don't know if that screen share is working properly.
Yeah, and I do not know how to do screen share here right now on the
Okay,
phone.
chat. Can you guys see? Can you guys see the screen share?
No.
Mm-mm.
No. Okay. Well, basically, I'll just stop. All right. Basically, all unless yeah no yep. Oh well. Am I? No. Okay. Well, basically, all the only ones that I need that I have on left on my wish list are the Phantom Menace, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Metamorphosis, the Transformers, Thunder God, Mystic Arts Bundle, Future 3000, Energy Saber, and Mad Captain. But
Hell yeah,
I'm
you bought
sure.
me dinner. Absolutely, man. Right.
But besides those, I basically have. Well, of course, with the upcoming Tales of the Underworld font update that Kyberphonics will be doing with Asajj Ventress's font. I'm sure that that'll be available. Hey,
Mhm.
actually, Jesse, since I'm not sure how long if you're doing a May the 4th sale special. Oh, stuff and updates. Okay. Well, in that case, if you're going to do a sale, any chance you could extend it by like a couple days? Because I know it might take a few days for you to get the Asajj Ventress font going, as well as the other two for the characters that will be in Tales of the Underworld. Because, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
and let's while we're on the May 4th stuff, let's talk about I was talking to Anthony earlier this morning or this afternoon, and let's not forget that May 4th I'm going to be hosting the show, right?
yep.
Uh,
The stream and the giveaway. We've got.
we are Anthony is going to give away a Pentastar. A Pentastar blade, guys. And oh my god, I cannot wait for that. Some lucky person is going to get a good Pentastar blade. From
I got my
Civilized
fonts. My
Sabers,
fonts are
man.
Yeah.
my fonts are going to be on sale for May 4th too, guys. So go check that out too.
Yes, I was.
Thanks.
I want to get your Kanan font because I've got
I love
one.
them, man.
Yeah, the hill. Yeah, I mean, look, the one.
I just saw it in the email today.
Basically, the one that you made, the one that Kyberphonics made, the one that Juan Sith made. I mean, I take as much as I can and try and combine the best.
Absolutely.
Accounts.
I agree, man. Get as many as you can from everyone. That's what I like.
Oh, I do, man. I'm limited, but I'm gonna get them. I'm limited, but I will get them.
Didn't we say more to merrier, man? The more things that we can have, have a selection of, the better it is. I think it's.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
think it's a great thing.
Absolutely, man. And that's the beautiful thing though, because you have such a different variety of things, and each one is different, and each one is unique, and so it's such a lot of fun though. I love hearing
got to see
every
that
one of them.
Excalibur hilt too. Titan Gray mentioned.
Oh, I
that
know, right?
Excalibur hilt, man. I saw that thing. It was amazing. Yeah, really great.
Have y'all been watching some of this stuff from?
I've looked at it, and I mean, it looks great, but I've been seeing reports that it might have been a copy from something. I mean, I don't know. It looks like it could have been like a copy off, like I don't know, but it looks like it was a copy off from the one that Nexus made, and maybe just spruced it up a bit. But what do I know? But if it is what it says it is, and it takes a Xeno core, I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well, I'm sure somebody will either say yay or nay on that. I'm not really sure. I haven't done much research on it. I just thought it was a cool looking saber.
It looks cool.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing much research on anything right now either, because I mean, right now it's just like concentrating on kid stuff, but but I can do small stuff like fonts and parts, right? Fonts and parts. Fonts and parts.
There is a sale that's going on for May the 4th. It's actually Corbanth, and they released their version of Asajj Ventress's V2 hilt. So that's cool. And there is a 20% off code, which will go until May the 10th. So we've got a full 2 weeks. 2 weeks of that. And
nice.
I'm looking forward to once I get a couple paychecks, definitely not get the more expensive hilt, but just get at least one hilt,
Yeah. Now, again, I was in the garage cleaning some stuff up. We're trying to get ready for a garage sale, right? And you would not believe some of the things that I actually found. And of course, the original Tauntaun.
Oh, wow. Oh, get out of town, man.
Look at that. Look at that.
Wow.
I mean, it's all dirt. I got to clean him up. Right?
Wow.
And he's got the original stick in there, right? Now, here's the stuff, right? Bro. I found a bag of some of my stuff, right?
Damn, I wish I still had mine. I had that.
Original. This stuff is original.
I know it's the best,
Original.
right?
Luke.
All
Wow.
right. Oh
Dude,
yeah.
I wouldn't put those in a yard sale. I would, find a
Oh
collector and
no. I'm saying I went through things and I found these.
Yeah.
These are not going into a yard sale. Oh no.
Mm-mm.
And I tell you, who remembers Guido?
oh,
Oh wow.
Don't
Wow.
shoot! Don't
oh no,
shoot!
you don't want the Baba.
Yeah,
No!
that's courage.
Now, here is a creme de la creme, okay? And I don't know how I ended up with this, but and I think this might be worth a little something, but I am not going to sell this thing. It is a half
Oh
painted
wow.
stormtrooper.
That
Oh
looks like a
wow.
snowtrooper.
How rare? Yeah, how rare is a half painted snowtrooper, right? I think you're
Uh,
right. It's a snowtrooper.
What is it? Red?
No, I mean it's the original like beige color before they started
Oh,
painting
okay.
them,
Oh
right?
wow.
So if you can see, he's got white. He's got all the white right here, and they didn't paint the arms or the legs, right?
Wild.
So yeah, a half painted snowtrooper. Go figure,
Huh.
right?
You have to look that one up, man.
I'm going to. I'm definitely going to, right? So
See what they're
there's
worth.
that one. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be worth that much, but him, he might be worth quite a bit. Now,
You never
here
know.
is the solo. Here is the
Oh yeah.
solo that went with the Tauntaun, right?
Yep.
So this is solo that went with Tauntaun,
Yeah.
and so got him,
Very cool.
and then let's see here. I got a few droids, and well, actually, and here is also Snow Luke.
Oh, very cool. I thought you were gonna get him out sooner or later. That's cool, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Very
got
cool.
him now. And then we got this other droid. I forgot this droid's name, but or he was Jabba's, I think.
Was that a C30 or something? Or I think that's something like that. Or
Something like
C80. I
that.
forgot what it
Yeah,
was.
man.
I should look at my book, man, and maybe it'll tell me what that is. Right?
Yeah, right.
In the book.
Now, and I also ended up. Now, here's the bad thing. I'm so sad about this, but because I have R2, but R2 just kind of withered
Yeah, I
away.
think so.
But man, yeah, poor R2 got withered away here. And
This one is.
a no motivator, red.
Oh man,
and
that's cool, bro. That one's
and
great.
I mean, it's a little dingy, but man, he still has the sticker on there.
That's all
But
right.
yeah,
It doesn't matter.
so
I
yeah,
think
those are
you
my
could get
little
some
gems.
refabs. You could get some refab stickers and stuff. You have to find the company that does it, but they have it. I'm trying to look for that
Yeah.
robot, man. Let's see which droid that is. Yeah, I thought he was in the book, man. They show him in the book, but it's like
I think he's yeah, but I think he's the one. He's the one that I think was in Jabba's on the
yeah,
ship where they were well, or the where they were torturing all the other droids and stuff. I think he was the one in there doing the torturing and stuff.
yeah.
Right?
He was one of the. I think he was also in New Hope too, because one of them
Yeah.
was.
Now, did y'all start watching the second season of Andor?
Not yet.
I have, yes. And so then you don't want us to talk about anything regarding that?
Oh, it
Well,
doesn't bother me. I'm not really.
Oh, it doesn't
I'm not
matter?
sure really if I don't. No, not really, because I don't know. I'm hearing different views, but I'd love to hear you guys and let me know what you think before I jump in, because I haven't seen it yet. So my opinions
All
really
right.
don't matter.
All right.
You know.
All right.
I
Mundo,
think it was better than the first season. I think it
Mundo,
was better than the first season.
Mundo, may I
Yeah.
do what So to all those in chat, spoiler alert coming up. You have 16 seconds to vacate the stream after this alarm.
Oh shit! Here comes the oh shit. We need we need the eek, eek, eek. Oh shit! Oh shit! Don't vacate! Vacate!
Oh, shit.
Don't vacate!
Okay. You have
Or
you have been warned. All right, spoilers. So that opening scene on Sinar, huh? With Cassian taking the TIE Avenger. I mean, the last time we got to see the TIE Avenger in like any actual Star Wars media was like in X-Wing Alliance, and I think that was a video game back in like the 1990s. So to see it finally brought into canon with all the bells and whistles of like a super weapon starfighter is just wow. And I mean the chase scene with the TIE advanced prototypes going after them, it was just awesome.
Oh, it was. That's a beautiful ship, man.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna bring it out as a part of a toy line. That would be freaking amazing.
Knowing Lucasfilm and knowing the history of Star Wars and merchandising, I'm speaking like Mel Brooks.
Merchandising.
Spaceballs, the
true.
flamethrower.
I want the flamethrower. I'd buy the flamethrower.
Avenger back,
Yeah,
and you know,
funny.
I feel like with the video, for example, the video game Star Wars Squadrons, if it was still alive, if the multiplayer was still alive, they could have brought the TIE Avenger in. But at the same time, it's an OP ship. Like my guess is that the one that Cassian stole, was probably a prototype. So, like, unlike the TIE Defender, which went into a limited production, yeah. But you know what's interesting is that I'm rewatching Star Wars Rebels, and one of the episodes, season 3, episode 18, is when Phoenix Squadron rescues Mon Mothma, who's being pursued by the Imperials, after she makes her speech regarding the Gorman massacre. So I'm hoping that Tony Gilroy did this right and includes some references to Rebels, to Phoenix Squadron, to Ezra, to Hera, to Kanan, because Andor takes place within that time frame. So, I mean, there wasn't really a mention of Lothal in season 1, but that's because it was in its own premise. They wanted to set it up, but I think as it moves more towards where we end up in Rogue One, I'm sure there will be a mention. I'm hoping that maybe we get a cameo. We're getting a cameo of Bail Organa. That's been established, but in a cameo maybe of a younger Harrison Dula, although I don't think it would be the same actress as from Ahsoka, but just any reference. I will settle for Chopper or the Ghost being shown off.
I would love to see the ghost. I would love to see the ghost on there. That would be like freaking
but you know
awesome.
What's also interesting is that, and like I said, this is spoiler territory, is that, well, it's been almost a week. So, I mean, if you haven't seen it by now, that's just on you.
No, I'm probably just going to order it and go for it again. I was a little disappointed in other stuff, so I just dumped it. Now I might go back to it because it's so cheap now. So just to see the
there you go.
One thing that has Star Wars fans sort of a buzz, especially the more toxic type, is the fact that there was a sexual assault scene in the 3rd episode. And honestly, I'm looking at these people and their comments, and I'm just like, you guys are surprised by this? Just because it's a galaxy far, far away doesn't mean the Empire isn't going to be all nice. Imperials are going to do what Imperials do. I mean, for example, in season 1, they made a whole big deal of Bix and Tim having sex. I mean, it wasn't shown on screen, but it was implied. And they're like, is sex now canon in Star Wars? And I'm just like, That's what your takeaway? That's your takeaway from this?
Oh,
Come on, people.
you know, okay, here's my take on that because I think Disney is trying to kind of cater between, the young adults and the older adults in sort of that fashion. I think they're kind of getting it a little bit wrong because if they're trying to get the younger audience, you're not going to get the younger audience in it, and you need to have your
If you want,
rating or at
if,
least your um a statement that says, okay, listen, we've got some things in here that are more dark and more for the adult, young adult to adult people. So you can't have a show that caters to children and actually have that kind of content within it. I mean, I know you're trying to cater to the older audience, but if you're trying to do both, hey, and then if you're trying to do both, then you're gonna miss your mark because if you're going to hit for whole families, that is almost a non-appropriate scene for the whole family
also,
because
look, if you want a kid's Star Wars show, watch Young Jedi Adventures. Watch
yeah,
watch watch Clone Wars. Even watch Rebels. And
Right.
but don't go complaining. Don't hey Reese, but don't go bitching on
what
the
up,
internet
British?
because of something you see that is amazing storytelling that fits into the plot. Well, yeah, obviously he's a Hutt. Obviously, Scott, he's a Hutt. He's a crime boss. He's a criminal,
Look,
he's a giant freaking slug. Obviously, he's going to force himself on the Twi'lek sex slaves.
oh
That's
yeah, exactly. But that's the thing
Leia
that
was his
you have to
Leia was
balance it
his
out.
last squiggle that he ever laid, man. That was it. Man. Leia was it.
oh god.
She,
Done. See you
yeah.
later.
Oh my god.
She wiggle, wiggle, watch me giggle, right? Wiggle,
That's
wiggle,
it,
watch
man.
me giggle. God damn it.
Christ.
She turned around and bring it back.
People need to chill out and stop looking into the dumbest things when it comes to just that scene. Because look, it worked. The scene established
was
that
great.
Imperial officers are dicks. Most are. 99.9% are. Also, Deirdre and Cyril. Who would have thought?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Spoilers. James, Deirdre and Cyril hooked up. They are living in an apartment.
Interesting.
Too funny.
Bloody hell, what did
Too
I walk
funny.
into? Oh, come on! No!
Scott. Scott.
Ah!
Yeah. I gave you all, to those who are just joining.
She was not. Wait a minute. Leia was not untouched, Scott, because of the tongue that he gave her on the cheek. And she's like,
no,
right.
"Yeah."
So
son of a.
She was not untouched.
Oh, but another thing that I do like with Andor is before when Cassian was meeting up with his contact after stealing the TIE Avenger, that the planet turned out to be Yavin 4, which is perfect because it's an isolated place.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's too funny. Oh.
Yeah. But
overall, it's
looks like
not
I'm
too
gonna
bad.
have to get it now.
I think you'll enjoy it. I think you'll enjoy it.
As long as you guys think it's worth it, I'll spend the money.
It
but
is.
I'm telling
Look,
you, man. I wasn't too happy on the last couple of things. It's.
Listen,
I mean,
Tony
I
Gilroy,
enjoyed it, but
Tony Gilroy.
Just
I loved Endor. I mean, I thought Endor was great. That one was good. But then, I don't know. I heard mixed feelings. But if you guys think it's cool, I think I'll.
Well, you have to.
Starts at a great start. It is worth watching, and people who have their opinions, they can have their opinions.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the most important thing. You have to make your opinion for yourself, regardless of who
Sure,
you
sure.
hear it from, whether it's good or bad. Make your own opinion, and don't let anybody else influence you on it, because then who knows? You may love it, you may like it, or you may hate it. So you've got your three choices right there. I for one, I thought it was pretty decent. I mean, it wasn't bad. For me it was watchable. Okay, and I would watch it again. And the ship, however, is just sick. Just to watch the inside of the ship, to see the details inside the ship, to see the outside of the ship itself, and then the surroundings where the ship goes is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. The attention to detail on that ship is just worth worth looking at.
And,
Even if
and
it's just
Mhm.
still
it was
pictures.
full on build. It was a full on built set. Like, I mean, obviously the TIE Avenger moving was CGI and whatnot, but the full on place where Cassian is, where Diego Luna is sitting, that's a full on creation. They full on created that.
Thank God. Really? I mean, nobody ever could put movie sets together. Now it's all CGI. I'd love to see, real movie sets and stuff, which is awesome.
Yeah.
No, Charlie got to go to celebration, Star Wars
Oh,
celebrations.
really? How
And
Oh,
that's
him,
wow.
him
awesome.
and him and JT, man. Oh my God, the
Cool.
pictures are freaking awesome. And I have been watching some of the YouTube videos from celebration, and some of the stuff that they have there, dude. Oh my God, I would just go
Fun.
in deeper debt just to get some of that stuff.
Fun stuff,
The
man.
uh the amount
They
of
always
stuff that's,
enticing.
oh my God. Oh, it looked fantastic, man. And I told my wife, I said, I gotta start saving up because it's coming to California in 27. So
Mm,
it's like, I need to start saving up for hell right now. I can go for 27. And Charlie had
time
some
to go.
really he had some really cool picks, man. I tell you. And Charlie
Thanks for putting that Java image in my head. Oh god, he's too funny. Cool. All right, so I'll grab Disney tonight
um,
and I'll check out these series and see what's going down, man. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab
right?
my lightsaber. I'll be, you better be good. Better.
Yeah, Mo, we're all hyped up for that, man. And as a matter of fact, Reese is gonna be on there. Anthony's gonna be on there. Gabe's gonna be on there. Jedi Arms Dealer's gonna be on there. Are you
Nice.
guys gonna be on there with me?
Probably.
Because
I would have to say
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
good.
I'll be. You know what? I'm basically co-host
Okay.
the show by now. I'm basically the co-host at this point. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna
All
be.
right. So, so it's probably either going to be regular time, and if not, it might be right at 7. So it's either going to be 7 or 8, but I think more or less 8 o'clock is my usual time. So I may just go ahead and stick with my usual time of 8 o'clock, right? 8 p.m. And I cannot wait, man. And Reese, dude, he has been killing it with those blades that he's been. If you guys have been watching the Civilized Sabers YouTube stuff, that the blades that they've been putting out, Reese has been doing almost all the blades there, and I tell you, he's just killing it, man. He's killing it. And for somebody to come out with a Pentastar, oh my God, that is just going to be phenomenal, right? Charlie, right? Oh, Sam Witwer for a new tech. What?
Yep. Oh
Oh
wow.
my God, that is cool, dude. That is freaking awesome. That is freaking awesome, dude. Congratulations to him, man. Now, one of the things that I saw that people were getting were these trading cards and stuff. And yeah, and then it's gonna be a live stream. Hell yeah, man. Woo! I tell you, it's gonna be badass. One of the things that I was seeing on these YouTube videos for celebration is that people were buying these trading cards and these boxes, and they'd open the cards, and within the cards there could be possibly autographs from the characters, the actors themselves in there. One of the guys that I saw, he ended up getting a signed card from Andy Serkis. Like,
Oh
oh
wow,
my gosh, right?
that's awesome.
So that was, I mean, phenomenal to see that. And then all the cosplay that were going in on there, wow. I mean, it just looked like your head would spin just being there. I mean, I know it. I would just like, I wouldn't know what to do with myself, where to go. I'd be wanting to go like five different directions, dude.
Yeah, so much to see.
Yeah. So, Jim, yeah, man, we're more or less. I think it's going to be 8 o'clock. Yeah, 8 o'clock, Jim, and that way, that way I don't kind of get out and have anybody just kind of be dissuaded from the normal time. So I think the 8 o'clock time slot would be just really good. Yeah, yeah, 6 p.m. Pacific time, and then 8 o'clock Central time, and for whoever else is 8 p.m. Texas time. That's right, Jim. Oh, by the way, and Jim and I were talking. Since we were talking about Charlie, Wookie holding a bucket of KFC cosplay. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Um, we were Jim and I were also talking about batteries not too long ago, right? We were talking about the 21700 batteries, and there was a place, flashlights to go or something like that. I think it was. I think it was flashlights to go. Anyhow, I ordered a pair of 21700 batteries, and
Hmm.
they have the circuit in them for $16 for two batteries, or $17. So with shipping and everything on top of that, I basically spent $23 because they're coming from China, right? Um, but that website that I had bought them from are here in the US. So it's weird. I'm not sure what happened there, but we're gonna see how good those batteries are gonna come out. And
What's the rating? What's the ratings on them?
well, they are the 3.7 volts.
Mm-hmm.
And Jim, since all the specs are on my phone, but Jim has the specs too because he's the one that sent me the information.
Oh, cool.
Hey, Jim, can you put that on there for me if you can, man? About those like were they like Leota or something like that?
Uh,
Anyway, they look pretty cool, but I have not seen a pair of 21700 um with the with the PCB into them for that amount of money. I've just
mm.
like normally you see them with the PCB for what, 16 to $18 each.
Yeah, basically. It
So
depends on who you
so
buy them from, though.
yeah, so for the pair for $23 for the pair, it's not a bad deal. Yeah,
No, I mean
especially
if
coming
they
from all
hold
the way over there.
the weight, then definitely sure that they're great. I'm sure they're fine if they were recommended. So
Yeah, well, I'll send you the information, James, later on after the show and stuff, man. I've got them on in my phone and stuff, and I can send
cool.
you the information, see what you think. And
Yeah.
I'm hoping they'll turn out pretty good for the price. We'll see what like they say, you pay for what you get. So we'll see what
Mm,
happens.
yeah.
Maybe they'll be
Well, you
worth
also
it.
pay for the you also pay for the quality, and then I mean, if I, you get name brand ones, that we all know and love, you have somewhat of a little bit of a guarantee with those. It depends. There's still
Hmm.
clauses on how to treat them and how to use the protection and everything. So it's
Right.
it's like I said, each
Well,
company's
see,
different, each price is different.
yeah, and these batteries are meant for your high-powered flashlights. So
Yeah,
they go into your high-powered flashlights,
yeah.
and that's going to be really interesting to see how long they're going to last with the Sabers.
Mm. Well,
I'm really curious.
as long as they have a good drain, a good milliamp hour, and everything else, and they're not going to get like,
I think I think
not
it
going
was
to
like
dump.
six. I think it was like 6,000 milliamp hours.
Hmm.
Usually you get what 50 what 52,000 something like that.
Depends. You know what I mean? Usually it depends.
Yeah,
Depends on the battery. They say 4,600 milliamp hours and 30 amp. Oh wow, that's pretty good.
yeah.
That's
There you
a
go.
lot.
Yeah.
They went up to 30 amp now. Wow.
Hmm. So we'll see what
Jeez, you could
happens,
run like
man.
17 blades off of that. No, just kidding. You could
It
have like
will
that
be
tree, like in
bright,
that. You could have the tree, the umbrella blade.
right? That would be amazing. That'd be amazing though, to light
Yeah.
up that umbrella blades like
To
that.
make an umbrella blade. Oh man, I'd love to make an umbrella blade. That'd be crazy. That'd be sick.
Oh, I bet. Oh, you can pull it off, dude. You can
Yeah.
pull it off.
I
You'd
love the
have to do
design.
what would you do? Would you do like what, maybe 28-inch blades
Something like that. Yeah.
for
Something
the
short so you
umbrella?
don't have a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 I
Dude,
would
imagine that if I bought an
I'd do
umbrella with all the mechanisms and just took out all the other stuff and left the mechanisms and attached blades via metal chunks or whatever. And that would be sick. Metal rings. Like I could make a whole
Oh,
bunch of metal rings on the lathe and just be like, "Wah." That'd be
uh,
sick.
I can see it, man. I can see you making
Yeah.
it, dude.
Yeah.
I can see you making it. You got any new fonts coming out, dude? Are
I
you in the
have
middle of making any?
well, I'm always in the process of ideas and stuff like that. I've actually been just doing, other people's ideas and stuff. So basically custom
Hmm.
fonts from scratch is what I'm doing under, on the side. But I haven't had
Hmm.
anything in a while. To be truthfully honest, I've got a couple of things I'm in the works. Um, but I've been super busy in the shop, so it's been taking a lot of time, which is great. I mean, I have no complaints
No
about
doubt.
that. So,
No,
but
no
yeah,
downtime.
once again, I've got a whole bunch of stuff in the back burner that I got to pull back to the front and finish those up.
I haven't finished it, but I'm in the middle of making a blade plug right here.
Oh, nice,
So
cool,
Oh
man.
wow,
it's
nice.
got it's
All
got the
right,
PCB from Anthony,
nice,
Civilization,
man.
and
Cool.
let me see. And so right now, let me see. I can take the there we go. So if you can see inside, I've got the PCB with the LEDs in there from Anthony, and
Oh yeah,
then
yeah, those are
so what
great.
I'm gonna need to do is I'm gonna take some film and I'm gonna put the film on here, and then I'll glue it in the in here in the stock and just kind of put it like that, and I will be done with it.
Ah,
And
hey, Chet.
that'll be a new blink. What's up, dude? What's up, Chet? Oh man, I tell you. Gosh, what else was I gonna say? There was something. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Uh, do. Oh, yeah. Kind of working on a crystal chamber right here, and it's not going so well, but it's in the
Huh.
works.
Scott said hummingbird wing flap fonts. I'll tell you something, man. If that's what you want me to make, I'll make it. I'm not scared. I'll do it. I'll tell you something. I have a hummingbird right outside my door now. I finally bought a feeder. You know, they're really cool. He was grabbing stuff for his nest, and man, they are super loud. So just imagine if
Oh,
I can catch it. You know, I can get the sound. You know, National Geographic or something. But yeah, absolutely, I could do that. That'd be sick, man. Imagine that. Come up with a crazy
right?
name for it. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Saber bird.
Saber bird, yeah. Humming blast. I don't know.
Oh, humming blast. There you go.
Humming
There's a good
burn.
one right
How
there.
about that? Humming burn. Yeah, I'll call it that. All right. All right. Nobody take my name now. That's it. I'm gonna grab it. Things are sick, man. And you can do all kinds of stuff with those natural sounds. It's really great.
Right? Oh my gosh. That's another thing that there's so many things coming out right now that you could utilize for sound fonts.
I
It's
did.
just
I made
wicked,
Mictooth's
man.
boat motor, man. I took his boat motor and I made a sound font for him. You know that?
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I took his
Wow.
he's into boating and all that stuff. So I said, all right. I got his
There you
motor, I got
go.
the boat he was on, and took all those samples and I put it together. It's pretty crazy, man.
Oh, I bet, dude. I wonder if he's gonna show it off on
I
YouTube or
think he
not.
did once before. I think he did once
Did he?
before.
I
Yeah,
have to
a
look
couple of
for it.
times
I'll
he
have to
showed.
look for it and
It was a
watch
lot
it.
of fun.
He's been doing phenomenal with the rocket stuff, man.
Yeah, I've been
He's
watching
he,
it.
he's our new uh rocket man.
Oh man,
he's
he loves that stuff, man. It's really really good stuff. He shows some cool good knowledge from him too. You know, a lot of interesting
yeah.
things.
He's very smooth. He's very smooth with it. I mean, he knows his stuff, man. I
Oh yeah,
mean, his research is just phenomenal.
yeah.
And I think
A lot of fun.
you got to be up to date and really do your homework if you plan on doing stuff like that for your research. I mean, because I think if
Well, yeah.
you can't just wing that stuff, really.
No, you have
You
to
really
be
can't just wing
factual. I mean, you just can't say, hey, the
it.
spaceship went up and now it's down. You know, nobody knows. You know, you have to really be factual with those things. You know, yeah. There's a lot of clickbait out there, a lot of crazy stuff. You know, it's always good to you know your facts,
Oh, I
man.
know. I've actually been on a trip, and then I'm probably getting clickbaited a lot, but watching all of these 3D printing videos, man, so that I can kind of make a decision on what kind of 3D printer I want to invest in. Um, and so far, I'm trying to decide whether to have it enclosed or not enclosed, and I keep getting wishy-washy about this stuff. So it's like,
By the
do I
time
get it
by the time you're
enclosed?
ready to decide, there's going to be a brand new version. So it
I
really
know,
it's
right?
really it really won't matter because by the time you buy yours, then the next one will be out and you'll be like, oh, I should have got that one. You know,
Yeah,
that's what happens. It's a chain reaction. That's what happened to me. You know, I started out with
that's what happened with
Ender
the Saber
3 2s,
stuff.
man. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's what
too.
happened with the Saber stuff. It's like, oh my
You buy a
God, by the
Disney
time I
Saber, it
actually got
doesn't
started,
swing. You know, you do all kinds of crazy stuff. And all of a sudden, you buy a more expensive Saber. Now it does everything. So yeah, same thing. It's crazy. It's great. That's what it
and I'm
takes,
glad I
though.
got my G4. I got my GH4, man. I'm
Yeah, that's a
gonna
good
buy
one. It's pretty
another.
fun.
I'm gonna buy another one, and I'm glad you got your fonts on there too, man.
Yeah, I do.
Like, oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that was a awesome thing to happen. That was awesome, man. So I really appreciated that. That was great. And I'm gonna show them off too with the GH4s because I've got the arrows from Fire Sabers and I've got the comp link from Saberflux, and then I'm in the midst of I'm gonna do a coupler so I can go between them both because the coupler that I have is just too thin. I can't join them together, so I'm gonna machine new couplers,
Mhm.
and then I'm gonna show them off so that it'll be a nice staff. It'll be pretty cool. And short blades. I
Wow.
got to get short
Yeah.
blades. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm kind of working on right now. I'm working on a very short blade
Yeah.
right here. And this is
Yep.
this is actually the blade that I took out from my old one. After redoing, I've got the new one that well, the one that I redid right here, right?
Yeah.
And so this is actually from the this blade right here, from the old LEDs, and I'm rewiring it so that I can test it out and see if I can utilize this. If I can utilize this to make a a lamp saber blade, like Anthony
Oh yeah.
suggests.
Sure.
So,
Definitely. Yeah.
but I think this one I've got probably about two or three LEDs too long. So I may have to cut it down. But what I want to do is just kind of wire the PCB first, and then go from here and cut it down, and then shape it like up here and put the uh what do you call it, the electrical tape in between here before I put a little bit more of the um shrink tubing that I've got right here
Mm,
set. And so that's what I'm working on actually currently right now is the lamp saver blade. I got my PCB already ready to go. I got my wires
nice.
ready to go. So my first thing to do is basically test the blade out first, and then I can cut these PCBs down here, test it again to the appropriate cut it down to the appropriate size, test it again, and then go ahead and put it into the blade. Now, I did order um I did order a thick wall uh blade stock, right? I ordered a thick wall blade stock for this. However, I got sent a thin wall blade stock. Because I when I ordered the thick wall, I also ordered the 7/8 blade stock as well because I want to make a 7/8 blade
Yeah.
eventually.
Always good to have
So
them.
I've got the 7/8 blade. Now I'm still trying to find information on to do the conversion, right? The 1 inch conversion to go onto
Oh
the
yeah.
7/8. I
I
don't
was
know
thinking
that
about I
process.
was thinking about machining a coupler for that, man. I was thinking about machining like a small little piece that just goes right into a 1 inch, but it's so hard because some not some hilts are 99, some hilts are 101, some hilts are 1.001, so it's so
Yeah,
hard to do that kind of machining. But um I mean, unless you're doing it for a specific, brand of Saber, then you're going to be,
yeah,
pushing out the same type. So probably have to make a
right.
few types, but I'd love to try that, because I've got some stuff here I'd love to use a 7/8 with, and I might do that.
Oh, so
Oh
Reese
yeah,
says the coupler is how they did it. Dude,
he's
that's
got them
awesome,
now. Okay,
man.
so he says he has some now. Cool. So that's great. Yeah, nice. A coupler is how we did it for a while. We did have a 7/8 hilt before. Now we do. Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
Now,
Uh,
Scott, I made my blade 28 inches because
mm,
I'm a short person. It doesn't look short with me, right, so to speak, because of my height. Usually when you do, a lot, I guess the standard blade is what, 30 to 32 inches, unless you're like super tall. If you're super
well, unless you
tall,
go for the
then
full 36, but it's normally 32.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
average.
Well, so for my height, I'm 5'5". So for my height and being short that I am, 28 inches of blade is perfect for me because it's
Yeah.
not too long, but it's not too short either. And I can actually swing it around in here without, if I'm careful, I won't beat the hell out of anything in here. But
Mm.
and it works one. I mean, it does really well. I think I did a decent job with it. So I'll wake it up and let's see how it comes out, and it's still pretty good.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
So,
that's great.
Yeah, that's
you
great.
know, I don't see, I can see, but I don't see any corn cobbing in there. So I think I did a decent job of, yeah,
Not from this camera end, you won't be able to. I can't. We can't see
right.
that.
I
And if
mean,
you
I'm
can't see it,
I'm
we
like right
probably won't.
here. Yeah, I'm looking right at the blade, and I don't see any of the corn cobbing myself.
The camera
So
does a little bit of filtering, but it's not.
it
It's not
does,
gonna. It doesn't show on here for sure.
right,
So that's great.
for sure.
Good job, Mo. Good job, Mundo.
It does the trick. But you know what? Hold on. Let's do this. Here. Hold on.
Sound menu.
I have to go back to this because last time, the last show, I didn't have the right SD card.
We're keepers of the peace. Be wary.
So we need to go back
But I need a nuclear reaction to
to your
generate
point.
1.21 gigawatts of electricity. 21 gigawatts.
Oh yeah. What the hell's the chicken?
That's
Oh
so
no!
cool,
What
man.
happened?
Oh
What?
no, we're back.
Are you serious? Okay,
Oh, you didn't click it on.
I didn't.
The classic.
Okay, we'll go back to it.
Appears to be a standard
This is General.
Celtic jet.
But I need a nuclear reaction to
There we go.
generate the 1.21 gigawatts of electricity. 21 gigawatts.
Now let's see. Oh, dude, I love that.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, I love that. Oh yeah.
Those are fun,
Let's see.
man.
And I love this. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's so bad.
Yeah,
That is so
doing those little
badass.
styles and stuff. They're fun, man.
I'm telling you, man. There's something to be said about great fonts that puts a freaking smile on your face, man.
Oh
You know,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
it just, I mean, they're just so phenomenal. I mean, when they put smiles on your face, they're just like nothing like it, man.
That's right.
Nothing like it.
It's good, man, because we got
Oh,
favorites. Everybody's got their favorites, and that's really great, man. It really. I think it's awesome to have a vast library with everything. I think it's really important. And get ones that we don't normally get. There's a lot of great makers out there. Good makers.
oh yeah. One of the ones that I just bought was the Bullrog. If you know from,
Oh,
if you're a fan of, if you're a fan of Lord of the Rings,
okay.
it
Yeah.
is a wicked font from
Wow.
Blue Force Sabers, Blue Force
Okay.
Sabers, and I believe the price is like $9 for it, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it's good price.
What's nice is that with a bunch of the fonts that Blue Force has made, even though most of them come in Xenopixel, you can simply convert it. So yeah,
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
let's see. Oh, there's also a Kiwi font. Yeah, I've got the Targaryen and a few others that are marked as well that I really want to get.
You
Nice.
know, I have not, and I'm wondering. I okay, James, and I know I'm shooting myself in the foot with this, and hopefully you come out with this one first since you're on here. I have not seen a sound font from The Last Starfighter.
Oh,
Oh,
huh.
dude, I was just watching that movie like the last two days ago.
I
That's
think
weird that you
that
just said that too.
I'm I'm
Wow.
I'm I'm,
All
I'm
right.
going to commission. I'm going to commission you right now for
All right.
that sound font.
All right. All right. You're on. You're on. I'll do it. Yeah, I'll definitely do it, man.
I I gotta
I'll
have
talk
that.
to you about that too because there's a
Yeah.
lot of different ways that we should do it. But yeah. All right. Okay.
No, no, no. You
Yeah.
have full reign on it, bro. I don't
Oh
want to.
man.
I don't want to have. You
You
have
better
full
watch
reign
out
on
now
it,
because you're
dude.
gonna need a big SD card. No, I'm kidding.
Oh
That's
my
like
God,
really
my brain.
one of my favorite movies, man. So I can definitely
I'm
relate to it, and I know all the good stuff about it. So I think yeah,
I'm
sounds
telling you,
great.
man. And as many sound fonts as I've been looking at these past few days, weeks, so
Yeah.
to speak, I have not seen not one person have that. Now, if anybody
Wow.
is in the comments has, let me know because I have not. And I'm telling you, I've been looking at fonts for weeks now, dude, and not one
Well,
have
I'll
I
definitely
have
work
I
on a
heard.
version for sure, man. We know
Yeah.
there's like a billion versions out there for sure, but of other stuff. But um, yeah, but that would be cool. Even if there is another version out there, so what? It's a lot of fun to have a couple of different versions. It's great. Death Blossom, yeah, that's
Dude,
on my mind too.
there it is.
That
There,
dude.
that's the name of the font. That's the name of the font. Death Blossom.
All right.
That's
Okay. All right.
that's the name
We're
of
gonna
the font right
set that
there.
in stone. All right. So we're gonna do an on camera handshake for that one.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I'm gonna love it. I'm
All
gonna
right.
love it,
I'll,
man.
yeah, we'll talk
I'm
about
telling
that
you.
one, man. I'll
Okay.
get you on that.
Oh yeah. So I'm telling you. Okay. Finally, one of my ideas out of my brain. Oh my God. One little centimeter out of my brain just opened up.
Sounded great, man. That's a great movie. It's a great. I love the movie. I think it's so fun. It's just a fun
It
movie.
is.
It really is. It's the ship is incredible. I think the ship they did a great job.
Right?
With the AI
Have
and
you
all that. It
seen?
was very good
There's
for
some
its
people
time.
that have actually 3D printed the ship.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to do that too. But my model, I got it from a different company, and it came. I tried to get it blown up, but the thing is, it comes like in this tiny little file like this, and I couldn't blow it up. And I asked the guy, he's like, "Oh no, I don't know what happened." And I'm like, "Sometimes you
it,
could just blow them up." Yeah, so I tried to blow it up, and I have to really work on it. But I want to print that ship.
it,
Oh wait, did
I have to
I didn't print
admit,
it yet.
I have to admit, I would have just gone out of I would have just jumped out of my chair if I had seen a ship like
I
that
just
in
printed
Star
like
Wars,
these,
man.
I love doing these kind, like from the
Oh
movies and
yeah,
stuff,
Battlestar
like Battlestar
Galactica.
Galactica, and I love doing those little ships and stuff.
Woo! See, and I grew up with that stuff, man. Now you're talking my language there.
Oh man, I got so many ships, man. It's crazy. I even got this one. I have everything on display right behind me, but you can't see it with my big fat head. So, but I got the
Oh, the Razor Crest.
yeah, the Razor Crest, man, which is one of my favorite ones. I love that one. I printed that sucker.
Right, that is
Got
such a
everything.
good ship.
It is a
You know,
great. It
we
was a
have
great
not
ship. I'm
talked.
hoping they bring it back in the movie.
They actually are. They're
That's what
bringing the
they
Razor
said,
Crest
right?
back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they
They
really
said.
are.
I
They
love
really
that
are
ship. I thought
bringing
it
the
was a
Razor
great,
Crest
great
back.
couple of scenes where he did some amazing stuff with that ship. It was really pretty cool.
Yeah,
I
I
hope.
love the fact that he had that he had that section where he would freeze everybody in the back of his ship. That
Yes, that was the best, man. That was amazing.
was cool, man. When the Mandalorian first came out and he
That was
stuffed
good.
that dude there to freeze him,
Yeah.
man. I was like, oh, dude, that was too funny.
Carbonite, yeah.
That was just too funny. I thought that was
Okay. So he
hilarious.
also
Yeah.
Titan Gray said he needs an original Battlestar Galactica font. Okay, so it looks like I'm gonna have my hands busy for quite a while. So because I'm definitely into doing those, man. If nobody else is gonna do them, I'll do them. So
Oh hell yeah, man.
those are
And
my
there and
favorite.
and there's no and don't rush on it, dude. Don't rush on it, man. Take your time and have
Oh no,
fun
I
with
don't rush on.
have fun with it. Have fun with it,
Oh
dude.
yeah, I'm not. I'm not in rush. I'm not in competition. I'm not in any of that, man. I just do what I do, and that's it. I don't play
Yeah,
games. And if somebody asks me to do it, I'll go for it. Hey, why not?
dude. I mean, I definitely gonna.
Dude, that's gonna be
I
sick. You don't
I
understand.
will. It will go on the Warlock for sure.
All right, all right. Well,
Now
it's gonna sound amazing.
I might have to make another saber, not this one, but I may have to make another one in order to accommodate some of your fonts, like literally bring the
Ah,
soul of the fonts out. And I have a couple in mind, and
cool.
I'll probably send you a couple of pics of what I'm thinking of, and so
Let me know, man.
you'll see
I'm
those.
all ears.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'll send you some pics of what I'm thinking that's gonna be after this, and my father's build, so once I get these, because that other build is gonna be on my portfolio as well. So I'm trying to build
Cool.
my portfolio, and I'm
Good.
taking lots and lots of pictures of the things that I'm doing, like I did with the blade here, showing
Yeah.
the steps that I'm taking in order to achieve my work, because I want people to know that I can produce some quality work. And
Sure.
when I finish a saber to sell, I want them to go on that journey with me. I want them to go on that journey with me and the steps that I'm going to take, so that they know what's going into it. And I will have a price guide of everything that I buy, so that they all know everything that's going into it, what I'm doing to it, and everything else, so that there is no confusion as to the quality of the hill, the quality of the work that goes along into it, right?
Right.
So and the prices of each piece, so they know, okay, so if it's a $450 saber, they understand why it's a $450 saber, because of the amount, the price of each piece that goes into, plus the time that goes into working on it. So um
Sure.
I want I want everything to reflect that once I start doing this stuff. And again, I will talk to font makers and everything else on getting um deals for putting fonts on these sabers as well. So
Well, I
uh
mean, well, I mean,
permissions and
Jesse already does that with Theory Sabers.
well, yeah, but you have to have permissions, and you have to do certain things. It's a respectful thing. I can't,
Hmm.
aside from stock fonts, I can't just, okay, put my fonts on there, like the ones that I bought. I can't just put those on there and then sell it like that.
Oh no, no, no.
That's not cool, man. The respectful
See,
thing and the cool thing
what I have is a special set that I put on all my builds. Like anything that I do and anything that I send out now, I have a set of my own fonts that I put on for every install, because I don't want to deal with the
Mhm,
stock old sounds that we usually get from Profi Board or something like that. CFX is
mhm,
great or stuff like that, or Xeno. Anything that has sound fonts that are on it already is what usually
mhm.
I'll just keep keep on it, because that's what it came
Yeah.
with. That's what we're doing. But anything that's blank, like most of the stuff that I have now that I usually get is like I like to have it blank because it,
Hmm.
you know, it's just easier for me and it's simpler. And then normally what happens is that other people would want to put their own fonts on it anyway, whether it would come from
Yeah.
Kyberphonic or myself
Well,
or
see, for
somebody else.
those,
It's
right, and for those who don't want to put their fonts on it, if they want me to put the fonts on it, I'm gonna what I would like to do is say, okay, go to this website and buy the fonts that you want to
oh
purchase.
sure, yeah, yeah,
Put them on
yeah.
put
That's a
them on an
given.
put them on an SD card, and then give that SD card to me so that I can put those on there
Yeah, that's what
for
we
you,
normally do.
right?
That's what we normally do.
Yeah. Now, if they want what I already have, then I need to say, hey, hold on a minute. The thing is,
Yeah,
I have these fonts, but you need to purchase these fonts from the font makers and give them their due process, right?
yeah, that's right.
Uh, Now, if you're wanting to do, if you want the fonts now, then give me the money. I will pay for these fonts, and I can put them on there now for you, so that they can get their money at the same time I'm putting the fonts on there for you, right?
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
either
yeah,
way, the font makers are going to get their money for that if they don't want to take the
right.
time and research their fonts. So um, I want to make
Well,
sure
that's
that
a whole
these font
different
makers.
topic, though. I mean, font. That's a whole different. That's what we've been through that topic before about the fonts and what to do and
Hmm.
what not to do, and the do's and don'ts on creating, a good rapport between everybody. And the whole thing
Oh
is
yeah,
just don't sell anybody else's fonts. Don't
yeah,
trade. Unless you get permission to do it or you already have them on an SD card supplied. That's it. I mean, it's
right.
like that. That's the way it goes between us bond makers. I do whatever the customer needs to do, wants to do. If he wants to
Hmm.
buy the fonts, let him buy the fonts, and that's it. Right? Or he send me a link or something. How we work it out between that, but nothing ever gets put out, you know, beyond what the customer is requesting. It doesn't, like I don't put out
Right,
cyberphonic fonts. I don't sell anybody's fonts. I don't put them on anybody's SD cards. I don't. There's nothing like that happens. So we have a kind of
right.
hopefully having a mutual trust in that situation, and that's what I like to think that everybody has as well. So um
Yeah, yeah,
so that's
absolutely. And that's the thing. It's a respect thing, you know.
yeah,
It's a it's it,
yeah,
it's a respect thing, and you have to
yep,
understand that.
yep. And normally the
And
time is that they get any kind of installs or anything like that, it'll already be on the SD card, or they'll send a link or it'll be an email or something like that will have some information or whatever, and then it just goes right
mhm,
back and it gets erased and that's it. There is no copies, no nothing like that. It's just what it is. And if I
right.
had to put something back on again, they would send it back to me. It would just have to be like that. That's the way I treat everything. I don't have, I mean, can you imagine the storage space for all that stuff? It's ridiculous. I don't have that kind of stuff. I
You know,
save
and
all my
that
own files, I mean, I've got every
uh,
backup that I've ever had, but I don't really hold on to anything unless it's some kind of a customer backup that they have no way of saving something. Like, hey man, can you hang on to this? Because I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna lose all my shit and it's gonna be gone. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll some clients I do store some backups, but it's very, very far and beyond that, most of the time. So
mhm. Like what I've done so far is I started going through my files. Excuse me. And what I've done is I've put my files, Kyberphonic. I put Mountain Sabers. I put all the different font makers and all the
oh yeah.
different fonts that I've bought. I put a list of all the different font makers, and all the fonts that I have go into their respective folders, right? So that way
Hmm.
I don't keep them all together. Now, what I will do also is one of the SD cards that I have. Um, specifically that go into a saber, like the one that I have here in the Warlock, is all the fonts that I have for the Warlock. I titled a folder that says Warlock, and I will have a
Right.
copy of all the fonts on there. So
Gotcha.
if something goes wrong with my SD card, if it gets corrupted or whatever, and I have to buy a
Right.
new one, then all
Right.
I have to do is copy to the new SD card, and I'm back in business with it, right?
Right. Well, especially if you created a
So,
library and you purchased all the stuff, you can back you could back the fonts that you purchased. Just don't put them on anything else. That's all. That's how
right.
it is.
Yeah, I
It's
did.
as
And
simple as that. It's a simple, I don't even know what you want to call it. Simple oath.
Yeah,
That's what
I
it
mean, I do
is.
mhm.
the same thing with my fonts. I mean, I have them
Yeah.
organized by library. I have your
Yep.
fonts in the library,
Yep.
and the problem though is that do you want to know how many fonts come with that whole thing? Okay, the fonts, my acquired fonts folder is 165.54 gigabytes,
Damn.
but but and here's the but for my entire lightsaber fonts folder, including the fonts backup files I put in for each saber, that's a total of 224.39 gigabytes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself a external drive for my acquired fonts folder
Well,
and
that's
move
what I did. Well,
and
see, and
That's
I
the
think
best
that's
way to go.
important to have. Yeah, because I have a four terabyte external drive,
Yeah,
right?
it's got a couple of
And
those for
and
sure.
yeah, for sure, man. Because
from my
everything that I have, I want to make sure. I buy an external drive every couple of years because in case one fails, I have
Oh
that
yeah.
backup, right?
I
And
actually
go ahead.
ended up finding a guy on Etsy who makes uh, Sith holocrons that have USB drives that have drives backup drive that are made into backup drives.
Huh,
Oh
that's
yeah.
pretty cool.
As a matter of fact,
His name is Geeky Artifacts. He's based out of Australia,
Oh wow.
and I am hoping to get one from him. I'm
Nice.
going to get the 256 gigabyte flash. That
Mad
one,
Cow did one.
yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about, Mad Cow, but his is wicked expensive. Like this guy, geeky artifacts. They're 3D printed and they're relatively simple to make. And I mean,
Yeah.
like his flash, his holocron, it for a his Sith holocron with USB drive and RGB color change is like before shipping and tax is well actually it's free shipping. So before shipping before tax it's $120.43. And keep in mind
Oh
this is
man.
a product. So
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I got here's the thing, man, because I went and I've got that 4 terabyte external hard drive, right?
mhm.
And Thingiverse has a free downloadable uh printable holocron. And even though I don't have a 3D printer yet, I went and downloaded the files, the STL files for the 3D print holocron. And that way, later on, when I get a 3D printer, or I can send a file to somebody to print it for me. And since I already have that portable tower, I could stick it in there with some LEDs, and it'll be the same thing. And I'm for the tower that I bought, man. I bought the tower for $80, a 4 terabyte for 80 something dollars, man. And I tell you, and then with the LEDs, less than $100 for the holocron, with all of that stuff, man. Uh, and just to put the time and effort to paint it, to get the acrylic, and the etching on the acrylic and stuff like that. Yeah, man. I mean, it'll be badass later on. What's if you go that route, there's all kinds of ways to be creative and get things done that way. And yeah, it's like we've always said on the show, right, James? Imagination is key.
Yeah.
Oh
Imagination
yeah,
is key.
you need it, man. Well, wait till you see the thing I'm posting, man. It's a display box that I just got done finishing. I don't know if you remember a couple of videos back. I was designing it and stuff like that for a client, and can't wait to post that. So it's pretty cool, man. Just this big old
Oh
box with
yeah.
drawers, and he's gonna put lightsabers on top of it and all that. And it's basically we got lights and everything on it. It's gonna be really cool. So, but now that
Oh
I have
yeah, for sure.
now that I have a big design, a design for it and parts for it, now that I can, and it's modular, so I can do basically almost any size, which is kind of really cool.
Oh sweet.
And yeah, well, that's my thing, man. I love design and CAD and all that stuff, so I do that on a daily basis. So it's great. Um, but a lot of fun,
So
man. So I can't wait to show that.
I've got to find my rub and buff, the the
Oh yeah,
silver, right? And I need to
good
find it,
stuff.
but I had tried to use some car vinyl for this, and it didn't work out really good. But if you can see right here, this is the parts drawer. This is the vinyl that actually worked for me, but everywhere else
Huh.
it didn't work. So I'm gonna use the rub and buff silver to go with this, or maybe gold. I don't know. I mean, it just depends on what I'm feeling, right? So I spent last week, last Sunday, doing this. Put the
Oh,
blue tape on there,
I had
right?
one of the little one of those.
So
Yeah, that's yeah.
yeah, so I put the blue tape on there, and I've got to label things, right? So I'm gonna label it and get parts in there. So this is gonna be my Saber parts drawer, right? And I'll be actually painting this or using rub and
Nice.
buff to get it painted up, and then what I may do is run some small, if I can. I don't know if I can, but they may interfere with the drawers. But maybe some small
LEDs.
LEDs either on the top up here, or on the sides right here. There's just some different things that I want to try to kind of, you know, um, saberize
Light
the
up,
parts,
light up
the
the
parts
back, man.
drawer.
It'll light up all the doors. Light up the back. It'll light up all the
Yeah,
doors.
as a matter of fact, see, it's got runs right here where I
See,
can
now you
actually
can put
kind of
you
do
can put
that.
the strips right there. 1, 2, 3. There you go. 4, 5 probably on the
Yeah.
ends too. There you
So,
go.
yeah, man. So we'll see how that's going to turn out. So that's another little
There
project that I'm working on.
you go.
Another little project there. Also on another note that I am cutting some bullets right here, and this is taking forever. God dang,
Oh
because
wow.
I think I might have to change the blade out. But cutting some
Oh, the
bullets
top,
right
the caps
here.
off. Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to turn this piece right here. If you can see right here
Well,
where
that's
I'm
not a
Yeah.
starting
bullet.
to
That's a
cut.
cartridge.
And the cartridge, well, I'm trying to see if I can cut it short enough, drill it out, and use these as buttons, right?
Really?
Oh, sure you can.
Wait, you want to make a firing pin the button? Huh.
No, 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 no.
Why not?
When I cut the cartridge out, I'm
Oh,
going to
oh, I
put
see what you're talking about. Yeah.
I'm going to put I'm going to put some SMD buttons in here, right? I'm going to glue them in there, and the buttons are going to stick out right here, right? And so one of the builds that I have is going to have these for the buttons, and they're going to lay across the clamp card. And that build, I'm having I'm thinking of a hunter's perspective for a build, right? So I don't know how it's going to turn out. I'm just got my brain is jumbled with all kinds of ideas at the moment. So this is just the one idea that I'm working on right now. Haven't been too successful in cutting these out at the proper length together, but it's coming. I just got to keep working at it until I get it right. You know.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah. It just got to keep. Wow, James. Yeah, man. Whoa, wow. Time flew by fast. Man, we had a blast tonight, man. I
Yeah, good
it
talk,
only
man.
felt
Good
like
show.
man, it only felt like 10, 20 minutes went by.
Got a
Yeah,
lot to
Jesus.
talk about.
definitely.
May 4th,
Oh
May
my
4th,
goodness.
May 4th.
Yeah.
Right?
Get those sales out
Make
there,
sure
man.
you
Support your
guys,
font
because
makers. Support
yes,
everybody, man. May 4th sales. Just do it, man. As long as
everybody.
we want to. Just keep doing it. Keep
Yeah,
doing it,
James, I
guys.
got your email this morning. I got your email about your fonts that they're on sale from May 2nd to May 6th, right?
Yeah, I'm doing extra days. Yeah, you never know, man. Because the weekend, everybody's
Yeah,
hanging out, So I just put
there
a
you
couple
go.
extra days there.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool.
I'll be doing some things with my with the cosplay group I'm a part of. It's going to be a lot
Cool.
of fun. It's going to be a blast.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's cool, man. And this coming up weekend, oh my gosh, we have another tournament on either Friday or Saturday. So my Sunday is going to be perfect because I don't have to worry about any of that. And that's going to be May 4th. And remember, guys, May 4th, everybody's going to be here. These guys, Jedi Arms Dealer, Anthony, Reese, and Gabe.
Really?
Oh my
Be
gosh,
fun.
man, we're going to have
Oh,
such a blast.
I look forward to meeting them. Seriously, it'll be great to meet them
Oh
finally.
yeah, man. We're gonna have such a blast, and on May 4th, Anthony is going to give away a Pentastar. So do not miss it. 8 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time. And I tell you guys,
Turn.
be there or be square. Now make sure that you guys and go to I think Anthony has the link on the Civilized Sabers website, right, to enter for the contest. Um, I I did not put the link on here because usually Anthony will has already set where the link is at and for everybody to go to the website to get the link and so that you can enter. Make sure that if you haven't, make sure you force push that like and subscribe button, man. Anthony sure appreciates it. I do this for fun, man. And I'm telling you, I look forward to doing many, many more seasons of Saber Talk with you guys. And,
Yeah,
Woo!
you
I'm sure
know,
we can connect a lot of stuff because, I mean, there'll be a lot of saber stuff to talk about, especially with all these new sabers that are coming out. In fact, for example, I mean, Dark Wolf, LGT is finally putting out their economy version of Kylo Ren's lightsaber, and it actually looks pretty good.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I got to check that
And
out a little bit. Yep.
Yeah, it's thinner. It's not as it's much simpler, but it could pass as a Kylo Ren budget saber.
wow.
Which
Eventually, I
that's
want
great
to
too.
get a Kyber Ren. I'd like to have like one saber of each character, so to speak. Just one,
I still have my
eventually.
Galaxy's Edge for
And
sale if you want it, man. Let me know. We can work
Like
out
you
a
like
yes,
like
deal.
well, I mean, well, yeah, definitely getting a character hill is something. I mean, I'm trying to sell my apprentice hilt. It's the one that Keller and Beck picked up in episode in the flashback of Mandalorian season 3, and
mm-hmm.
it's really simple. It's a Profi build, and I'll be willing to part with it for 125, $130 installed. Empty, I can do it for 100.
Mm, that's something to think about. I know definitely eventually I want a Revan too. I gotta have a Revan.
You're not getting mine, and you're not getting my other
Not that one.
my Kotor hilt, unless
Yeah, not that one. The other Revan.
well, I mean,
Albert's got one going too, man. He's got
I
one for sale up
I
there.
think
He's got
so.
an empty.
yeah, there are plenty of them, and in fact,
Yeah.
what's nice
Yeah.
is that the Revan hilt, the Kotor hilt, or as I call it, is a very simple design. It's simple. It's easy to manufacture. TXQ has a great variety of them that are just simply simple to make and in different colors. It's the same with LGTs. But I would say if you want to get a Revan that is accurate but simple but cheap, TXQ is definitely your go-to. KR also makes their own version. Elf Sabers, it's more subtle on the buttons, especially. But I mean,
Hmm.
the simple saber, and that's why when you look at them, they're not as heavily priced.
Right.
Well, yeah,
We'll see how things go, man. Like I said, right now it's parts and parts and fonts for right now, till I can get things going. So after this year, it's an empty nester, so there'll be a little extra cash, to do some stuff. So we'll see how things go from there. Unless, the kiddos need stuff for college stuff. So, that takes precedence over my little hobby.
yeah.
And but again, gotta love it though, They are the next generation. I'm hoping I can turn my kids onto Star Wars eventually. Turn them to the dark side, as you
Well,
will.
I mean, it's kind of cool that they just find a way to ingratiate themselves with it without being so forceful. I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I introduce things little bit at a time.
Gotta
I
have
kind
fun
of
with it.
hinted.
Or gotta have fun with
I
it.
know. I hinted to one of my daughters at one time. I said, "Hey, you want to learn how to do some wire stuff? Solder some wire?" And she's like, "No, Dad, not right now." I'm like, "Okay, maybe later."
Show her the result. Show her the result
So,
of the solder of soldering
oh,
wire.
they do. Their friends go. Oh, their friends are like their jaws drop, right? And they're like, "Why aren't you doing that? Your dad is so cool." Like, no, I'm not cool. I just do some stuff. Anyway, it's all good, man. But again, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and co-hosting with me. I just love you guys, man. Thank you so much for doing this with me. It's so much fun to get together with you guys
Woohoo!
and everybody
And
in
we
the
get to play
chat.
with our
Thank you
sabers
guys.
without anybody watching. I love mine, man.
Right?
This is my original, my favorite Graphics, man. It's got everything in it. Love this thing.
Oh,
Woohoo!
it's the mini flex, right? The mini flex,
Oh no, that
This
was
one, no, full. This one's fully blown, man. This one's
fully
everything. This is
blown.
the
No, but
with
the
the
one
real
you showed
bubbles.
earlier was the mini flex, right?
Oh yeah,
Oh
that
yeah,
this one, yeah, this one is a mini guy.
yeah,
This is a little
yeah.
tiny
The
guy
mini
compared to
flex.
this guy. See, wait,
Yeah, the mini flex. The
yeah,
regular graph flex and the mini flex together, man.
and they're both great hilts. And this thing, they're almost the same weight. If you
Oh
think about it, I don't
wow,
know why, but they're almost the
that's
same
great.
weight. Nah, not
So
really. This one's actually a little heavier because of the grips, but
make sure that everybody y'all like and subscribe to all their channels on Instagram, Facebook, and everything else, man.
yeah.
Like and subscribe to Civilized Sabers. Everything that you see here on Civilized Sabers on uh, Saber Talk Sunday, you can also see it on the Mundo channel on Instagram, right? At Mundo Cabrera 7007. And I tell you guys, thank you guys so much and hanging out with us and talking Sabers, talking movies. There's so much more to talk about and stuff. And Charlie, later on, we need to talk more about celebration, man. I'm gonna watch some more videos on Japan's celebration because we need to talk a little bit more about that. We didn't do justice to it tonight. But I think we need to have a good discussion on celebration. So let's catch up on some videos from YouTube on the celebration. I know they did have Hayden Christensen. They were singing "Happy Birthday" to him and everything, and that was pretty cool, man.
I think
Um,
I did. Yeah, I saw a whole bunch of
so
people were on there, man. I gotta go catch some of that.
So I think you know after the May 4th show, let's kind of talk about celebration a little bit and some of the stuff that you see and what you kind of liked, what you kind of didn't like, and let's get into the some of the sabers that we see over there, whether they're pictures, whether they're full blown sabers,
Yeah,
whether you know
yeah,
all of the different things, right? So. And characters and stuff like that that you see as well. Um,
Hmm.
I think that would be a lot of fun to have a discussion on the celebration in Tokyo, and Charlie could possibly enlighten us with some more details. So Charlie, I hope you had a great workout, man. Thank you so much. You and JT, man, I love you guys. Like I said, I love everybody that comes hanging out with us because it makes this so much fun to do. And you know, like and subscribe to everybody. You know, have a good time. We're all here for a very short time on this earth. Much love and joy, and you know, to be part of this
Peace.
community is such a blessing. And with that, let me see. I need
Hashtag
to
nerd
get
up.
Oh, and yeah,
right. Hashtag nerd up.
by the way, this week is the next episodes of Andor. So next 3 episodes.
Oh,
Stay tuned.
that's
Oh
right.
man, all right, I'm ordering it.
All right, 6 episodes. You got 6 episodes. All right,
Yeah, all
man.
right.
Peace and love,
I'll
my
have something to
friends.
talk about later. Peace.
Right? Peace.
Peace.
Later.